this thing on, Ryan? I don't see myself
Oh
yet.
no, I didn't fix my hair before.
Oh no.
It's not. It's. Oh no, they can see us too.
But
Yes.
This
you
isn't
look good.
good.
You look good.
Isn't
It was
good.
great.
No, I think
Good.
you look better. Okay.
No, I did not show my body yet, but I'm confinement method at the moment, so yeah.
Well,
Uh,
the top hat looks good for me. I mean, the hair looks good. The red shirt, I think it goes well
true.
with the red chair in the background. You know.
It's
Yeah,
very true.
This is all This is all muscles, by the way. Just wanted to remind you, right?
I respect it. I respect it. Oh man.
So hello guys. Hello, Celeste the Lolly. Thank you for the purple hearts. I appreciate that. Sorry, we appreciate that. Thank
Woo. It's my heart to you.
you.
I need to find this emoji real quick here.
The purple
Does
heart.
this... No, but it doesn't work. Why don't emojis work?
That might be a user error. Just gonna be honest.
I'm writing out kappa now because I don't know how this thing functions anymore.
The K has to be capitalized.
Oh,
All right, kill me for it. It's kappa with a C now.
are we wearing pants?
I can't legally answer that question.
I don't want to talk about pants.
Although
Shorts.
I do love pants.
Do you guys want to see? Like I'm very chubby.
You're scaring me.
Oh.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are doing good today, or this evening, or this morning. I did see someone I recognize on stream, which his name is Direct, I think, with a K. So,
Okay.
Directs, hello. I hope you're doing well. We miss you very much, and we hope everyone is safe within your family.
Safe and sound.
Yep.
Oui, oui,
Ooh,
madame.
I see a Yas Queen in the audience.
Already, y'all screening.
It's
Already.
already one too
The
low.
Turk.
One too early, the Turk.
That's one of the makers. Yeah, I don't know if you guys the US makers. Throwing out that Yas Queen.
Maker.
Can he Turk for us?
What? Huh?
Can he Turk for us?
Can he twerk for?
No,
Well,
Turk, not Turk. Come
Turk.
on.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Maybe. Maybe. Well, sitting too. I see you. I see everyone. Hello there, makers.
Hey, Marcus Gaming, how's it going?
A lot of questions. A lot of people want questions. They want answers to their questions. So we'll have a Q&A for that. That's why we're here. So before we get started, just to go more on a serious note here, as you guys all know, we did want to address quickly what's going on in the U.S. So regarding the Black Lives Matter movements, we just wanted to quickly touch on that and say we've been very disheartened by what's been going on there. I think enough has been said overall, and we have been following it very, very closely. In order for us to really make an impact, we thought about what is our DNA and what is important to us in order to take action and make impacts. And for us, as we've said a lot, community is at the heart of everything we do, which is why we want to help amplify your voice. Your voice, your own singular voice, your own personal voice is the most important voice during this time. It's not the brand's voice. Yes, we have our opinions, and yes, we stand behind these movements. But it's what you as a person believes in, and we want to be here to help amplify that. We want to be your platform. So if ever you want to send any kind of messages to us of support regarding the movements, we've created a dedicated email that you can send emails to that will read, reply, and also we will be consolidating the messages in order to really show what the shadow community feels about this in a hopefully impactful and powerful way.
Yep.
So that's just a quick note on that. Like I said, a lot has been said, so I don't want to oversaturate it. I mean, I think we're all here for the same reasons. We all believe in the same things. So I'll leave it at that. So If you want to talk about it, we're happy to. But just please send us an email via that address, and we'll be happy to chat. So, on that note, yeah, Ryan.
I was just going to add real quick. Yeah, for those that are watching right now that want to know how to find the email address, I quickly put the command Black Lives Matter or BLM in the Twitch chat. We'll give you the message with the link, as well as we'll be posting about it generally. But this is the first that we're really speaking about it. So just to make clear, that is where you can find the email address right now, and we'll be sharing it more broadly soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. So that's just I just wanted to touch on that before we get into the meat of today's show. So on that note, what were some of your favorite discoveries this week? Did you have any good discoveries in the gaming world? Because I've had a couple.
Well, are you asking Ryan or me?
Yeah, or I think he's asking everyone, right?
I'm asking you guys and our viewers.
All right, I thought because you have like your eyes like going like this, so I was a little confused.
Well, I am cross-legged. Thank you very much.
Wow, Malta.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
TV 01 actually learned that Shadow existed. Now that is quite the discovery. And Strike TV 01, where have you been? God damn. Right.
But the best thing is he actually found the stream so quick. So he knows of Shadow.
I'm impressed.
And boom, he's here. So welcome. Good to have you in the family. Cup for you.
Just while we wait for theirs, I see they're asking a lot of questions. I'll just say this: like, I found out that in order to get sweet rewards in TFT, I have to hit gold by like June 10th, and I am not good at TFT, but I like rewards related to that game. So that's my discovery: is that I'm screwed and I'm behind.
What is TFT?
Teamfight Tactics.
Is this a LoL knockoff?
I mean, it's a new game created by Riot. It's not. It uses the League of Legends universe.
Yeah, okay, got it. I just remembered it was how's it called? Something chess.
Auto chess, I think. Auto chess battler.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I still played. You remember this? Probably not. You're so young. But back in my old days, like we had battle chess. It was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like in old DOS days, it was very good. Maybe someone in chat remembers, like with blue versus red, and the chess figurines. They were like eating each other. For example, the tower was a monster, so it was like whoop 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 going over and just eating the mage or something. It was fun. Anyway.
Are you eating maids? What?
Mage is like, because I don't know how the guy is called that can go across in chess. How's the guy called in English? I don't know.
Oh, bishop.
The bishop, yeah. So he's eating the bishop or something, like because it's like it looks like a swamp monster,
Yeah.
Anyway, it was very good. It was very fun. I just cannot play chess until this day, but I just love the animations of the figurines.
Oh. Well, that's good at least. I like watching the creatures move. And
yeah. It was so fun.
Yeah, what I will just I just noticed the chat too. For everyone saying the word Valorant, Luke, maybe do you want to recap the structure of the of how the stream usually goes?
Yeah, definitely. So usually we start off with the news section where we have a bit of news to share you guys, and then we will open it up to questions for the community, for our viewers. So we will not be answering questions during this part of the segment. However, I can see that Valorant is quite the pressing issue. It was released earlier this week, so I can talk about it. I won't answer specific questions about it, but we can definitely discuss it as a matter of priority in the news section, just because I think everyone's pretty interested. So I'll go ahead right now and just start and talk about it. But before that, we need a word of the week.
Oh, that's right.
So if
Ooh.
has any ideas for a good word? Oh man, sassy.
Right out the gates. I like that a lot. I like that one.
Are we kind of like staying in the underwater theme here?
I think so.
Special mermaids, seashells, potatoes.
Shad.
I think so. Shadow
sounds like straight from the Warhammer 40k universe. I like that.
Oh, there we go. I never played Warhammer.
Tau. I'm a Tau player anyway. Someone's interested.
We already have mermaids a couple weeks ago, so that's not going to fly this week. The name Malta is very ugly, so no.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Do
spicy.
you want to hear the history of this name, Luke? Because I think it trumps yours.
I think we can say that for a rainy day, but I think the people want to
Okay.
hear about Valorant.
Okay. So if you want to hear a name fight between me and Luke, please drop it in chat because I can stomp him right now, right here.
Yes, we'll see. How about Papato? Silly Shadows, Malta's a microprocessor fab. Yes, but just use Black Lives Matter.
Mhm.
I like slow mo. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We could do slow.
I yeah. I,
Just
I,
pick one.
I like the seashells one. I don't know. I was a
Go with the
big
seashells. I
sassy
like
seashells.
I
Right?
like that.
Seashells, as always, always capped.
Sassy
We'll go with that.
seashells, all caps. All caps.
Do
Yeah.
I have
Get that
do I have to
ready.
write it out? Can you write it out, Brian? I'm very bad with English on that because it sounds like there's too many. How do you say that? Things to stumble over to write it.
Too many words. Sassy seashells. There we go. Yukimi the bunny has got it in chat.
Thanks,
Thank
Yukimi.
you.
You got it.
All right.
Sounds like one of my colleagues actually. Very close. This Yukimi.
So let's go to the news part. I know you guys are waiting for any kind of update on the Valorant topic. So to be honest, nothing has really changed for us. This topic, this issue, is out of our hands. The anti-cheat system, Vanguard, that Riot uses, is obviously on their system, and it's out of our control. So we've tried to get in contact with them via our devs, via our partnerships teams, via our exec team, and we have had not any success, unfortunately. However, there is a trending hashtag on Twitter right now that was started by the Shadow community called, I think it's called Free Shadow Valorant. Someone needs to look it up. I forget. Let me look it up quickly. Or
Free Shadow Valor.
Peter.
what it's let me check. It's Free Valorant Shadow. So if you type in the hashtag Free Valorant Shadow on Twitter, you will find a bunch of people in protest for Shadow that want to bring attention to this. So right now, all we can ask is that the community helps us again to really raise our voice and make this a priority for Riot. That's all we can ask. If you don't feel comfortable, obviously don't tweet it out. But if you really feel passionate about it, go ahead and share that hashtag and let them know that you want Valorant Shadow. But that's really the whole update right now. We're waiting to hear back on Valorant. Like I said, we've reached out multiple times, and we're hoping to get this solved as a matter of priority. What is cool too is that Valorant did tweet that they are gonna that they would consider whitelisting and partnering up with specific cloud gaming and virtual PC solutions. So we're hoping that there's a way in the door by that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's yep.
I would say that the signs look good and hopeful on our end, but everything that Luke just said, it's more just defining new tech.
Just because I see it in the chat, please be careful. And how do you say that? I'm missing a word here. Be nice in terms of like tweeting about anything, because in the end, it's totally understandable why Riot has this very strong DRM. They want to go and dip into the esports scene, and they want to make sure their game is free of cheaters of any sorts. They also already presented that it works. So please be respectful in whatever you say, because again, this is not their intention to ban us. It is their intention to make the game free of cheaters. And everyone does not like to play with cheaters, especially if the environment is somewhere around competitive gaming. So please be respectful whatever you say. It doesn't make any sense to like be harsh, be rude. So yeah, just wanted to let this put this out there with it because we don't hate Riot. I think no one here does, even though I don't like their games very much, which is my personal opinion because I play Dota and I play Counter-Strike, but this is not on my business. So please be respectful, guys.
Yeah, no, really, what you said, times 100%. Very be respectful. I mean, Riot is doing their best. Also, please keep in mind that, again, cloud gaming, cloud computing is a very new industry. We are one of the first to actually offer this kind of service. So other companies, other businesses within the gaming industry also have to learn to adapt and kind of evolve as well. And so there are going to be growing pains. There are going to be things like this where, I mean, this hasn't happened before to Riot. I mean, they don't know how to handle the situation. It's a first for everybody. So we're in the very early stages of this. So you have to also understand that point too. It's very exciting times. Shadow's growing fast, but keep that in mind as well. All right, so that was the Valorant topic. We will be happy to answer any more specific questions you have during the Q&A session. Let's just run through the other news. Today is quite light on news. I will be very, very honest, but that means more time for questions. So. So activations. Okay, so before we jump into activations, the activation segments. We know that we kind of throw a lot of information at you, and this might not be the best format in order to give you activation information. So we're currently looking into a way to post activation information on a more detailed level on our forum on a weekly basis. So look for that in the coming weeks. And if that does happen, we're probably going to not talk about activations as much on here and just point you to that beautiful, shiny form you have. So,
unless you guys actually really want to hear us talk about this.
True.
Right? Because there might be some people who have a very interesting, I would not want to call it a fetish, but an interest in that, to hear us talk about activation dates. So please let us know.
True. So
right.
on that note, let's jump into EU activation.
Oh, that's my cue, right?
Yeah, that is your cue.
I'm sorry. I saw in chat that I'm not heard enough, so I might scream a little now. So my neighbors, may they rest in pepperoni. So I cannot say much about the Parisian data center because it's still a little up and down every now and then. So we're still activating, of course, on a daily basis, but it might be a little slow still. We're still not caught up entirely there. In Amsterdam, it's different. So everyone who is in the data center in Amsterdam, we are on time there. And I was told today by my good colleague that almost like everyone, and I take apart again people with very specific cases, right, that might not be activated yet. People who ordered before the 30th of April should be activated until the 8th of June, which is next Tuesday, Monday, right? I'm good with numbers. So
it's Monday, yeah.
It's Monday. I knew that. So everyone who has ordered before the 30th April should be activated by then. If it's, of course, Shadow Boost, right? So that's about that. Also, we'll be continuing to activate people for Shadow Ultra and Infinite. People should have already received their emails for that if they're going to be activated. So please check your emails, even though it might be already too late. But people will be activated there as well. And for the rest, who didn't get the surprise email, you still have to wait for end of summer for your Ultra Infinite. So yeah, that's for the news. Luc, back to you.
Thank you, Malta. Now I'm gonna swing it back to my other boy, Ryan, for the US information on activations.
Woo! Thank you, sir. Yeah, so I will do the long laundry list here. As many of you know, we've kind of had different shifting things over in the US for activation. So, oh shoot, I think I organized it in a way that confused myself. But the but the best thing to do is that we kind of had two key dates for SV2 right now, or for those of you connecting and signing up for our California data center. Right now, we are paused on activations due to a previous network issue where in order to maintain the level of service we want, we need to not activate new users and deploy a new network interface. I think I forgot the name already. But anyway, it's in the works, and we're planning to begin or restart reactivate or activations there on June 15th. The dates that we have promised is that if you ordered by 5/25, you'll be activated, or May 25th, you'll be activated that week. And if you ordered after that, it'll be by end of June. And then for what is it? For New York, Chicago, Texas, aka the rest, if you're not connected to California, if you ordered before 5/25, May 25th, you will be activated by end of June. Afterwards, we did do some testing with some of our messaging. So there are, if you ordered between or by June 1st, you were given a specific date, June 5th. But in general, if you ordered after June 1st, you will be activated in July. And again, we're working as quick as we can to make it sooner than later. But those are the dates as they are now. I love you, Maltese. I see you.
Don't forget them. Don't forget them.
Yeah.
I hope you're taking notes on that one.
Yeah. And I will just say, for right now, until we have the communication piece that Luke has mentioned about the forum, you can, for the US specific information, we have an activation status channel in the Discord, which we recommend you enjoy and check as an interim way until we have that forum feed post.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be so much more helpful, I think, because I'm always trying to take notes, but I always forget the first date. As soon as you're on the third, I was like, "Are we in New York yet?" So I'm like, "Has he spoken about Texas yet?"
No.
I don't know.
Just the rest.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
So
good.
that-
You're good.
As Ryan called it, the laundry list. Exactly.
Yeah, it turns out having four with different dates sometimes does complicate the
crazy.
message a little bit.
It's insane.
So in other news, if you are an Apple fanboy, Darrison, not calling anybody out, Darrison.
Nobody specific. Darrison.
But if we just updated our beta test flight app with mouse and keyboard supports.
Woo!
Yeah. And I have to say that the devs moved their little tushy to get this done because of the feedback they saw on our different channels. So thank you for really making that a priority for them. I mean, we are there pushing your voice, your feedback to the devs, and yeah, we made it happen. Most of you guys made it happen, but we helped too, I think, a little bit. I'd like to think that at least. So keyboard and mouse is a thing on the beta. Please give it a test, and hopefully we'll be able to push it into the App Store sometime soon. There are also nice a couple other little updates about the iOS beta updates, and we posted it on the forum with the details.
I wish there was a link for that.
Me too.
Oh no, did I link the wrong one? I don't know. I just linked whatever link you gave me this morning. Okay. I linked
This
something.
morning?
I don't know.
It was
I linked them the iOS beta.
Yeah, but do you have a link to that forum post?
If you give me 30 seconds, I will.
Oh, I will give you 25.
Oh gosh, I regret this timestamp. Why did I do this?
It's the best scene of SpongeBob, by the way. I love Patrick for that. Just, he can do that in 4. Anyway, okay.
So that was iOS. So nice little update for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of the forum,
Ooh.
so we just launched that bad boy last week, or that bad girl, gender neutral. And if you haven't joined, again, we really recommend you do. As I said last week, all information, all news will always go to the forum first. So if you are one of those people who love insider information, who love to get information first, news first, this
okay,
is
Luke. Our audience is here watching us live to think we actually have news to give. So do you think people in chat actually don't want to have news?
They want to have. They want to have secondhand.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Well,
And so, can we please show Luke who of you guys is already on the forum? Please raise a hand. I don't know how this emoji thing works, but please just raise a hand as an emoji, and we can just to show Luke that people are already on the forum. Come on, guys.
I have
yeah,
my
just,
hand
just
raised.
It's ridiculous. This guy.
I got my hand raised.
I have to do the same as Ryan because I have no idea how the stream how this thing works. I'm sorry. I'm like so old. So I can see at least 2 people. See, Luke, people love the forum already.
I love it. We have 3 people. Oh yeah, we're trending.
Oh, there we go.
We're trending.
There you go.
We're trending.
So
And then-
just to answer your question, people already are on the forums because they love first-hand news.
Perfect.
Get the hand, raising hand news. Get it?
This is the first hand I raised right here.
We're really off to a good start with the forum. So we're only gonna continue to build it. What's cool too is, I mean, sure, I'll spoil it now.
Oh, this
But
guy.
we are working on a dedicated feedback category for you guys for bug feedback. So what's cool is that now you'll be able to eventually report a bug, upvote the bugs that you want us to fix the most, and also even comment on the threads about the bugs. So you'll have a lot more information and visibility on what bugs we're gonna be fixing, which is really cool.
And maybe if you start to establish a personal relationship with the bug because he's been around for so long, you can just continue to talk about this bug in the same section. So that's cool as well.
And you better also have a name for your bug, because
exactly.
That's an important part. That is a very important part.
But remember, as soon as you name it, you don't want to remove it anymore. So that is a little emotional.
Yeah.
Problematic at some point.
Sure. Part of the process, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Part of growing up, right?
Yeah.
So that's the forum stuff. Again, check it out. I think there's like a forum link that you can a shortcut that you can check that you can use on the bots that we have on Twitch. So thank you, Ryan, for setting that up. Now, next piece of business is an EU specific update. So I'll hand it over to my German buddy, drinking his empty tea or coffee.
It's coffee.
It's all for effect.
So if I'm a European user, I pre-ordered Shadow Ghosts. Do you by any chance have news for me? Just by any chance? Ask me.
Okay, just to clear things up, Ryan is right. There's actually rum inside here, just to make sure I get through the hour.
Yes, makes sense.
Right?
I didn't know that was approved. Hold up, let me have some of mine.
Yeah, well, we're old enough. This is a 18+ stream, like, so we're totally fine to say that. There's like.
You have to be 21 to drink in the U.S., but yes.
So you're totally 21 here, right?
Everyone is. Everyone in the audience is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So this is totally vegan and totally fine.
Vegan rum?
No rum was heard during the process of creating the rum.
So
anyway, the news on the Shadow Ghost.
Next topic.
So big news, drum roll. Not only have the Shadow Ghosts landed in France and have been transported in between locations in France, because people forget that the stuff also has to be shipped from A to Z, right? So we can ship them. But they have been put to our shipping partner, who already started. What date is today? Thursday. They started on Tuesday, so 2 days ago, to ship out those beautiful little guys to you. So the next days and working days, we will be making sure that those guys get transported to your doorstep. So please make sure to keep your doorstep clean. So when the postman arrives, he'll not be like disturbed and be like, where do I put it? Oh my God, everything is puddles. Anyway, so we'll start sending them out. It might take a moment or two because, it's still an epidemic, Corona is still around. So remember that shipping can take a while longer. However, you should receive an email once it's on the way, and it might take a day or two longer for some people because you should ship them out in batches, so we can make sure they actually are on the good way, right? So please keep this in mind as well. And did I forget anything?
I think you covered all the bases.
I think you got it.
So
Great job.
soon, all of you who ordered one will be able to play on Shadow Ghost, which is super awesome. So I don't have it. I have a Shadow box, but I admire all of you owners. So it's a neat piece of
OG.
technique, of hardware technique. In
Okay.
German, we say Technik.
You say tech. So that's the update for Shadow Ghost. 2 more pieces of news for you guys. Yes, the CM team, us, this little squad here, is going to be growing by 3, I think, in the coming weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be sure to introduce you to the new faces we have arriving.
Yeah.
So fresh blood.
We should also just bring a Kimmy back. I feel like I miss him on this thing, so we gotta.
He's a cutie pie.
Yeah. We need that man.
Yeah, we do.
For those of you
yeah, go.
I was just gonna say, for those of you that don't know, Kimmy is our French community manager, who's getting a buddy. So he's joined us for the what?
He's all sorry. What? Sorry, you cut.
I'm free balling here, so I'm just rolling with it. You tell me what to say.
I just want to say he's also the beautiful painter behind the artwork of our Shadow giveaway. Congratulations, Art. So
nice.
Big shout outs to Mr. Akimi for painting this beautiful piece of art.
Yeah. You put in a lot of sweat for that.
Even though I already heard that apparently he forgot a Z or something. No. Yeah, I think he forgot a Z in mine, but I did not even notice. So you're good. And it makes it even more unique. It's a real Akimi. And who can say that?
And thank you. And so the last closing remark, if you enjoy Shadow News and you think it's insightful and it helps you with your daily routine, talk to a friend about it and invite them to the next Shadow News. And if you want, you can even talk about the news to your friend on a Skype call or on a Zoom call, because that's what friends do.
Exactly.
That's all I can recommend. So bring your buddy next time, and don't forget to talk to him about Shadow News. We're here. We're fun sometimes.
The best thing people did not recognize yet about actually watching Shadow News on a weekly basis is you can literally watch Luke's hair grow back. And I think this is something underrated that people should actually see, which is awesome. So
it's funny. I was just actually looking back at some old VODs, and I saw my hair, and wow, it has been growing like dynamite. I mean, I've been watering it too. Like every day, I water it. Right? Every day, you know.
Just imagine you with a little can, just like on top of you. Oh my god, that's too good. That's too good.
You should do a time lapse of Luke's like funny movements, and at the same time his hair is growing. You know.
Yeah. Well, he looks less like a potato than he has in the past. That's for sure.
Oh, true. He reminded me too much of Max Payne back in the day. He should have a Hawaiian shirt like Max Payne 3, you know, it's like.
Yeah. All bad.
On that very joyous note of my hair going back, let's go to the one and only highly anticipated
Q&A
section. Okay, Ryan, throw that sucker up.
Boom.
Throw the chat up. Let's get it poppin'. Sassy Seashells is the name of the day.
All right, put your questions up there with the sassy seashells, and we shall answer them. That was my accent for the moment. I don't know why I did that.
That was like a Texas accent.
I guess I'm just weird, so I think it's just bad.
This was just plain English to me.
All right.
So let's just honor the first person who used it. So Miles of Miles, great name. For you, Ryan, I'm sorry to put you in the hot seat.
Oh, you're good.
Shadow Ghost in the U.S. Will it be available soon?
The answer is we don't have information yet. Similarly to it's still so the order you heard about earlier, if you were listening, was about a pre-existing order that people had placed that we are now fulfilling. Manufacturing generally is tied to the situation with COVID-19 and particularly the manufacturing that happens in China. We don't have any specific updates other than that we're monitoring it and working on it closely, and as soon as we're able to realistically open them up as available or in stock, we are hoping to do so because we know that there are many people regularly asking us about it, but no updates in terms of timeline.
Cool.
Oh, Sultanas is here.
McGriffin says you need more accent. I don't know who he's talking about.
You
Though.
need more accent. There's some more.
Sultanas. So I think you were not here, but we had tried to prepare a King of the Hat stream for you. The whole week, the operation was Operation Sultanas, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there was a slight hiccup in the stream, so we couldn't do it. But we've spent quite a lot of time looking into it and trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan, what's the latest status on that?
So I think there was a couple of different complications that just made it not the right time, is more or less. But Sultanas, what I'd say is, one, feel free to DM me about it so that we can talk about it. But in a general, in the spirit of doing different types of shadow gaming, we do want to do a King of the Hat stream and make it interactive, where we can all, us CMs can participate, and then it can be more than just me playing the games during the shadow gaming section, kind of a thing. So. Feel free to send me a DM. We want to make it happen, Sultanas. We will make it happen. Yeah. And we just have some details to iron out, as well as fit in with all the other things we have going
on. Thanks for that. I just saw. I just want to make one quick comment because I saw it from Papier Gorilla A. It's a more support-related question he's asking. He's asking about freezes for his shadow, and he doesn't know why it's there, and he would like to have help to solve the issue. Just a quick note on that: we are not here and not able to answer very hardcore support-related questions because first, we don't have access to your shadow accounts. Plus, we don't have the tools to actually help you out with that. Most of the time, the support questions are very individual and can vary like from person to person because there's so many variables to it, right? It can just be like, I don't know, your sister or your mom or your brother is doing something on the internet and suddenly your stream dies. For example, I just saw on Reddit, I think it was, someone said, if you're playing on your phone, the best thing you can do is to turn it into airplane mode and then use Wi-Fi, because if you're not doing that, it just always connects to the net around you to check on emails and all that jazz. So yeah, you get hiccups on your stream because of this. So there's all those small tiny tweaks that can go a lot of way. So if you have any problems with your shadow related to like hardcore support stuff, please check what order, Luke? I always confuse it. You want to check probably our help desk first, maybe the forum first. I don't know. And if you don't find any solutions, or you can like Luke, you do it. I'm always confused. We probably want to ask support first, and then you can do something in the meantime, right?
Yeah, you can definitely create a ticket, ask support, and in the meantime, definitely check out our other resources, like you said, the help center. The forum now is a great place to ask that question. We have a lot of people who are very knowledgeable about these things within the community. You can also consult Discord. We have Reddit, so there's quite a bit of other areas you can check just to ask around and see other people's experience.
Yeah, and most of the times the community is way more knowledgeable than us three, because what we do is just see your answers and probably do a copy pasta of those. So
yeah, you guys know way more than us.
Yeah, no, I will just add to that. I think what it's good for the team Shadow to know is we are, as CMs, particularly impressed by the technical depths and knowledge that you all show many times over. We've thought about if it's possible to keep up with you, and the reality is you all are much more smarter and technical than we are in many different avenues. But we do our best to facilitate so that you get the answers you need. It's just, as they said before, support requires deep diving or really isolating your network. So it's just best to go there.
Exactly. Thank you, Ryan. I'm seeing a question from Mini for President TV, who's been asking this since the very start of the stream, asking if there's any hope for Latin America. I think is that that acronym, or that abbreviation. So in terms of expansion in general, I can tell you very honestly that right now our priority is delivering on the shadows people have pre-ordered in our current regions. So that's Central Europe and the US. That's our priority right now before we start even thinking about doing anything towards major expansions. So of course, Latin America is on our radar. Asia is on our radar. Canada is on our radar. But right now,
Rest of Europe as well.
the rest of Europe as well. More Eastern Europe, Western Europe. So the idea is that right now, in the short term, we're focusing on delivering our promises, and then we'll be able to think about kind of expanding.
Yep. World domination is the plan, right? That's the goal for Shadow. So
Yeah.
we'll get there eventually.
Well, we're more like a collaborative. We like to
Yeah.
we like to live in harmony.
Sure.
We're not
yeah.
dominating. We're more like a harmony based. Unless it's between me and Luke, then we probably have to dominate in a way of like, how do you say that properly? I don't know. But the rest is going to be fine.
Yeah, world collaboration through domination. What? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but maybe people will come up again. No, so you do hate the Stadia, you do hate the GeForce Now, and I will say probably not, because there's so much room for everyone,
Yep.
right? And there's so many people using all of those in unison. Is that a word?
Yep.
And it's totally fine.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we love it.
enjoy whatever you like, and we're more than happy to give you a good alternative to playing computer games. So
Ooh.
if you want to have a Stadia or a GeForce Now for that, we're not jelly. We're good, right?
We're good. Yeah. No, it's true. I don't think I can say it any better. That's boom. Malta, you find a question?
Yes. Our activations first come first serve is asked by D4RK. 4RK. Luke, you want to answer that because you raised your hand? You're like, hey,
Oh no,
please, teacher me.
I was waving to Mini for president because usually I was like,
okay, you've been chosen now to answer though. Sorry.
Our activations first come first serve. Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Let's just say they should in most cases.
Yeah.
There can be hiccups.
Yes. By default, they should be. And if they aren't, then that's an issue. Where was the one I... Oh, no. Oh, there was one about Malta that I was going to ask.
About me? Whoa.
I know Malta said they are still going ahead every day, but what date are the Paris Boost activations on? Never mind.
Huh?
I don't know. It just said your name in it, so I was going to throw you under the bus, but or put you in the spotlight, not really throw you under the bus.
I hope it's a nice bus. Is it made of something eatable?
It's a Fortnite.
It's a Fortnite. Oh God. Hopefully not. When can play Valorant? I don't know. I don't want to answer this question because we already answered it first. It's rude to not scroll back in time, and secondly, there's no sassy seashells in there, so we can actually we're prohibited to answer. Sorry. I would love to answer, but I
can answer that. I'm sorry.
There's so many people disrespecting our rules, man. Breaks my heart.
Not enough sassy seashells? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's breaking my little heart. Made of porcelain.
Hey, Broham, why am I not surprised? Right? Why am I not surprised? He says he runs all of the things on Shadow.
Well, this is the way to go, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
But then, and sadly, Jonas Tech on Twitch is going to be leaving us due to his or her bad experience on Shadow. I'm sorry you couldn't figure it out. We could have helped you. Rest in peace, Jonas. It was good knowing you.
I have personal knowledge on this issue, so I know it's not been Shadow, but his provider that has been causing a lot of issues. So it's still sad because we could not help you figure it out, but I hope you will find a solution that works for you.
Oui.
Right?
Oui.
In the end, guys, we all want you to play, right? Because this is probably one of the best hobbies you can have. I mean, look at us. I did not leave the house for like the past 2.5 months.
Oui.
So
Well, actually, no. You can do more than play on shadow. And speaking of the devil, there's a question about that. So far ago from Frisco asked, "Can I play? Can we use shadow for game development with Unity, Unreal, Blender, Photoshop, etc.?" Ryan, do you want to answer that question?
Yes, the answer is we.
I love his French course already.
I'm learning French chat, and that's all I know so far. But no, the reality is, yes, for game development like Unity, Unreal, Blender, Photoshop, the best thing to understand is that anything that is within our terms of use, which things that are not are illegal activities or Bitcoin farming or mining, those activities are not allowed. But outside of that, if you can use a Windows 10 PC to do it, you can use Shadow to do it. And if you have any desire to tribute us because you made it on Shadow and you just are so excited because of that, just let us know. We love hearing that stuff and we love knowing about it. But yeah, I use it to do any of photoshopping needs that I need to, particularly when I'm working on my work laptop, just to give you an example.
Nice. Great use case, Ryan.
Yeah.
And it's super fast to upload stuff. Did you say that?
Oh yeah, it is. I use a Google Drive to transfer, and then I can just post from wherever.
It's like the actual bus you wanted to throw me on there. This is how fast it is. Quick question to Luke.
Yeah.
Shoot, they're writing so fast. When is from refresh with two threes. Where is it? It's gone again. When will Shadow Ghost be available after the pre-corona virus order has shipped?
Good question. To my knowledge, there haven't been any updates I've seen come by about that. So I could not tell you any kind of timeline we have for Shadow Ghost. Obviously, we have a team that works on it and that plans it out, and then that allocates a budget for it, etc. So it's obviously on top of mind for us, but I haven't seen any information that I could share with you for now, at least.
Because interest seems to be there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I can understand why. There's another question. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Just tell me, right? So Glory is asking, because I was already answering the 144 hertz question in chat before. He's asking, do I need a crazy good PC to stream 134 hertz on Shadow as long as I have a 134 hertz monitor? And the answer is quite simple, and I think Ryan can back me up on that. Is you don't need a crazy PC. You just need Shadow, and you just have to put the 144 hertz and activate it on your Shadow, and you should be good to go.
Wait.
Am I wrong?
I'm just gonna keep saying we every time I'm teed up here. No. But yeah, no. I would say the biggest thing.
Am I wrong, Ryan?
You're not wrong. You just need to
Okay.
make sure that you go through the efforts to set up your Shadow for the proper settings. We have articles like that in our help center that are designed to that on the forum, as well as just generally out in other community areas like Reddit and Discord, if you want to get it from other users. So,
and the best thing is,
mhm.
the best thing is you can now, like, if you're on a Windows PC, if you have a Windows keyboard, let's just say that you can press Alt, Windows, and O and access our quick menu. And usually you should be able to just navigate to display, I think it is. And you should be able to like set up your stream, like your properties in there, and it saves them as well. This has been put into Shadow not so long time ago, like 2 months ago or something, so it's quite fresh.
Yeah,
but it should work.
Yeah. There was a point when you said "I think," and I had to resist saying "we," and then McGriff put in chat in all caps "we," and it just made my day.
I've been seeing a question pop up from multiple people, and I think it's one that we can address. Is why were there quote unquote random ultra activations this week? Well, I mean, obviously they're random because a dev slipped, hit the activation button, and he activated ultras by accident. So that's why it was so random. I'm sorry to hear that. No. So they weren't random. They were actually planned. Believe it or not, yes, we planned those things. But Malta, do you have more information about where these random, mysterious activations come from?
You mean how, like, why they happened, or more like why they were random?
Why they happened?
They happen because apparently some people decided to try something else. So there's room, and we make sure that the room is being used. So we send out emails normally to people that they're going to be activated. So if you didn't receive any email and you already had a shadow, for example, you are on Shadow Boost and you are waiting to be transferred or to be put onto a different configuration, and you did not receive an email, please let us know, because then you should normally have received an email, right? Anyway, so does that answer the question? I don't know. I hope.
Yeah. So that is the reason. It's some people might have not. Maybe they found another service. Maybe they bought a new PC.
Yep.
Maybe they didn't like their experience with Shadow Ultra, so they unfortunately canceled their order, which thus opened that spot for somebody else in the queue. And then we activated new users on a first come first serve basis, and that's it.
Boom.
Voila.
Voila.
It's
Voila.
that simple.
Voila.
Oui. And then there's no sassy seashells anymore that I see that we didn't answer yet. I think
Yeah,
is
we're
there?
being lazy here. It's pretty disheartening to see this.
Oui.
It's just pure laziness.
I'm just gonna
I
start.
think I just saw someone offering a Shadow Ghosty bot. Please be reasonable with the prices that you see online. We will sell them again if we have them. So if you have some time to wait, don't buy overpriced Shadow Ghosts, please. In your own, unless you really want it. I mean, who am I to tell you, right? It's your monies. And like Mr. Krabs, we all do like the monies.
We do.
We do.
We do.
We do.
We do.
We do. Can I send my ghost for 2K? You can try. I think it's a little bit like those collectibles that you sometimes have, you know, where people tell you like one day all those things are gonna be super valuable, and then you collect them and you hoard them, and then you try to sell them again. People are like, yeah, I give you 5 cents for that, and you're like, what? It's supposed to be $100.
Well, somebody's saying Mr. O 5_D is saying that there are shadow ghosts going between $200 and $300 pounds euros on eBay.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. We never sold them so expensive, so you can actually get a nice 1.5 years out of Shadow out of that, and you really just need an Android device or something, or an Apple TV or something that has way more functionality to just cheaper than that. Like, if you really can't wait for your Shadow Ghost to arrive, there's options. So don't stress yourself over that. Save the monies.
I see. Sorry again. I'm talking again, but I've seen another question from the same person. O 5_D, asking if we're worried about having 3 separate support areas for Shadow, Reddit, Discord, and the new forums. We're not at all. That's why we launched the new forums, because the new forums is the only place for actual support to receive from the staff itself. Reddit and Discord are going to be a lot more community run now and community focused. The forum also has a lot of interesting analytics for us, so it'll be able to tell us what are the main topics you guys are talking about, what are the main issues you're talking about, so we can escalate that to the support team, for example. Reddit and Discord for us, again, it's more community help focused. We're not going to be on those channels as much, so we're not worried at all.
Yep, and I would just add there that it's a transition for us, right? In the terms of we are well aware of how things have been operating, and I think last time we talked about how we're all super users of these different areas, Discord, Reddit, all that goodness. So for us, we're listening just as much, but we have an overarching plan to give you the best experience possible within this community, as relating to sport. Yep.
There was a question from Devil Badger 101 and asking why the CPU for Shadow Boost is a bottleneck, or if it's just him. There's always going to be a bottleneck first, So as soon as we remove the CPU as a bottleneck, there's probably going to be, I don't know, the RAM, or it's going to be the GPU, or it's going to be, I don't know, you name it. So just like put this up front, and it always depends on what you use your shadow for. There are games and software that don't use so much of a CPU, and others that rely heavily on CPU. So yeah, this is what I can say on top of that. Apart from this, I don't have any problem with my CPU so far, to be honest. But that's just me personally again. So
Yeah, no, and I think it just goes back to the same point as last week, and you know, of course, we'll always address it. But we've heard this feedback. It's not to downplay the significance of it, just letting you all know we know your opinions on it, and the feedback you have. We shared it with the team, and we won't be dropping this conversation point because it's important to you. But again, that's really the best thing that we could share at this time.
unless there's actually a problem with your hardware, then you might want to contact support. If you spot a weirdness in the system behavior, or of some sort, like a CPU is too warm, or it's like 100% the whole time, seen that, just contact support so we can figure it out for you. Right.
Avoided the we there.
Nice. You learn it.
We have reached the top of the hour. Let's
Yep.
take a final question before we hop off.
One final question, guys. Let it rip.
Let it rip. A final question or finals?
A final question. It's time for a duel. We can only pick one. Only one can be the Pokemon champion, and it's going to be me.
Wow. Wow.
Let's wait for a question that we haven't really talked about yet. Some kind of topic that's.
I see one kind of. It's got my name in it.
Give it 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
It's like a good wine. You have to let it breathe for a moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, let it breathe.
There's one I see that could be we talked about. We didn't talk about yet.
Make a quick vote. Quick, make a vote.
There's these additional storage question.
Stand to the left corner if you agree. Wait, left is not a corner, is it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
I don't see any fun questions, to be honest. They're all
they're all fun questions to me.
I don't like any of those questions. You pick one.
You don't like those questions? I like them all, but they are. But as far as, can I just run through two at least that I know we didn't answer?
Go ahead.
Those will be the final two. Yeah.
Yeah. Final two. So I was just gonna go with Sasushi shells, the Logitech G2 support, or steering wheel support. Generally speaking, we're always working to make sure that we can account for new peripherals. I believe that some of the steering wheels do work, but they are just very intensive on your upload speed of your home network. So that's a significant factor. And I know that we have people that are interested in this in the community. So we encourage you to join, forum, Discord, Reddit to talk about it with them. And then the other one I was going to say, because it was US specific and had my name, Abraham, how will selection for the new tiers in the US be done? I'm hoping I get selected. I'll buy Infinite on the spot, my dudes. I guess actually, it was a question. But the answer is we don't have those details yet. The best thing I can share is that we hope to share it very soon, but no date for that communication. Other than that, the best thing I will highlight is our goal is to make sure that you, the community that have been here for as long as you have, are prioritized, and so there will be details about how to be selected, but we just don't have those ready and available at this moment.
All right. Well, that does it then for this Shadow News. As a reminder, we will be back next week again for another Shadow News. All three of us will be here.
We?
Will we?
We. In the meantime, definitely stay safe out there. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world in general.
Did you say me time?
I said we time.
Does you have your me time now? Is that what you want to say?
No.
Okay.
No, but seriously, thanks for tuning in, and we will be back next week. They want Nicholas next time. We'll see if we can drag him along.
Yeah, I would probably really be dragging him in here. Like
We wouldn't be happy about
we can have a stuffed puppet sitting in a chair. Like
it. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's too good. All right.
All right.
I think we're done,
Well,
right?
yeah, on that note,
All right. Thank you, everyone. And
thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe out there.
goodbye.